Hello everyone, welcome back. So last time we talked about session management, and we know that we're gonna use Spring Session to integrate with Spring Security in our project. And the basic flow goes like this: we first have an unauthorized, request, and the user is rejected in this case, and the user has to send the credentials to log in. And after we validate login credentials, we're gonna generate a specific token for the user. And once the user processes the token, it's gonna store it. And every time he sends a request to the backend, he's gonna add the token as a XOF token header in the request. And once we validate the token is valid, we're gonna return the corresponding REST resources. Okay. So this will be the overall process to deal with the security, and we're gonna use the Spring Session to integrate with Spring Security plus the Redis in our project. And if you are not familiar with how to config the Spring Security and with the external database as the data source for username and password check, as well as password hashing, I would recommend you to go to another of my course. So you can go to my website, alden.net, and go to courses. And here are all my courses with the coupon available as a link. So whatever course that you're interested, you can click on the link and it will automatically apply the coupon. So every course is $10, the lowest price you can get from Udemy. And that course is this one, Learn Spring Framework Practically, Hands-on Recipes. So basically it basically gives you all kinds of recipes, common recipes do we use in the Spring Boot, as well as Spring Data, Spring Boot, and used for web services, Spring Data, Spring Security, and REST services. So everything is going from basic to a little bit advanced, and you can get a feel on the security part. How do you actually add Spring Security to Spring Boot, and how do you add a database to it, and how to do the password encryption, and you get some exercise as well. So this is not a must, but if you have some questions or you have some confusion on security integration with the Spring Session or database, you can check it out. It will be help you to clarify some of the doubt. Okay, now let's come back and develop some of the security stuff. First, bring up your Eclipse. We're gonna create a new project, and in this new order, scroll down, we'll be choosing Spring. We'll be choosing the Spring Startup project. So in case you don't see the option, and that's because you haven't installed the plugin for Eclipse, you can go to Help, Eclipse Market, and search for the Spring Framework plugin. And then you will find several plugins for Spring Framework. So you can see this Spring Tool Suite and Spring Source Tools. So you can install them. And after that, you should be able to see the Spring project when you create a new project. Okay. So let's come back and choose Spring Startup project. Click on Next. And then you can fill out the name like this. I call it this as Bookstore Angular, and I have chosen the location for that. Also, the group name is com.bookstore. The artifact name is bookstore. The description is web service for bookstore. And we have the package name as com.bookstore. Well, you can pause the video to figure this out. or you can change as you want. Okay, and after that we can click on next, and then we can choose the corresponding package we'll be using. As you can see, Spring Boot provides a lot of packages that can be included. For now, we just need to input the web application package. We'll be adding more dependencies later. Click on next, and then finish. And then Spring initializers will download those dependencies and initialize the project. So after the project has been initialized, we can go to source, main, Java, com, bookstore, and we can directly run this application. Let's open it and take a look at first. So basically, this is a main application we can directly run. And if you're not familiar with Spring Boot, this is a very convenient, useful Spring project that's based on Spring MVC and all others. If you're interested, if you guys want to see, I may create a course introducing some basic stuff of MVC and Spring Boot and how to do some basic configurations and running on those. But anyway, this is the major application program that you can directly run. As you can see, there's public static void main, and Spring Boot comes with a embedded Tomcat, so that once you start the application, the Tomcat will be running automatically. So let's see, run this file as Spring Boot application, and then the system will start to run. And after a little while, as you can see, Tomcat had started at port 8080. So if we go to localhost 8080, we should be able to see a white label error page. So this is because we don't have any default mapping defined for this path, and Spring Boot will fall back to this automatically configured error page. If you see this, that means the Spring Boot is running correctly. Okay, and now we have the Spring Boot backend environment setup. We can start to develop some of the basic functions specific for login and Spring security, and we will start to do that in the next lesson. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.